First thing out of the bed is, what can I do? What's my purpose today? How can I be more purposeful today? What am I going to do? Maybe part of that is, what's that one relationship look like that I can strengthen, and that in turn I can bless, and in return you can be blessed by that? How can you help another individual without the expectation of receiving anything in return? An incredible way to end, you brought this up, Alfredo, and I appreciate you bringing this up. And I just, whatever reason, I want to share it with you, the conversation we had. Alfredo asked an important question, and I think in life in general, guys, our quality of life is determined by our quality of questions. And I want you to think about that for a minute. And who are you asking? Who are you seeking that response from, that answer that you're looking for? Are they in a destination that you're willing to trade places with? Or are you seeking advice from someone that you wouldn't trade places with? Your quality of your life is going to be determined by the quality of your questions. And who are you seeking your answers from? I want you to think about that. Alfredo had a great question, talk about the money thing, right? How do you do it without looking greedy? How do you do about doing this? And I'm grateful I was taught this by incredible people. And I want to end by sharing this story of what allowed me to have a big change in my life. Brent's probably heard this, many of you have heard this, and I'll get a little bit teared up because of it, because I know what it meant to me. 5 years ago, I came home early from work, insurance, and my wife is at the dinner table and she's crying. I knew it wasn't anything big or bad in the sense of, like, is there something unfaithful going on? I knew it wasn't that. But I also didn't know what it was. And my wife has been my rock. She's been supporting me in 2010 when I got into entrepreneurship, thinking it was going to be an incredible journey, it's going to be easy, it's going to be amazing. And after year one, I brought home $19,000. It wasn't a lack of determination, it wasn't a lack of working and knocking doors or do whatever it takes. $19,000, 2 kids, a mortgage payment, it doesn't add up. But I came home to her crying, and I asked her what's wrong. And she looked up and she says, I don't know how we're going to pay the mortgage payment. I don't know how we're going to put food on the table. I felt depleted and defeated, and she didn't make me feel that way. I felt it on my own. As a dad, as a husband, I was like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not fulfilling my responsibility. An individual in our life at that time, we had met an incredible family that was in our neighborhood, and the dad would always come over, and I didn't share with anyone that I was this poor or I was this broke. I put the smile on. We can move forward. It was some of our most incredible times. I'm not mad that or frustrated that I was this broke. It was some of our best times. It was the closest me and my wife ever got. It was incredible. Our date nights were holding hands going through the park, and if we were lucky, we'd get an Arctic Circle snow cone or an ice cream cone and share. That's how that's how broke we were, but we were happy. But an individual felt something. That feeling you guys feel tonight, he felt something. And he'd come by our place, and he'd come by our home. And he'd just simply knock on the door, and he'd have a plate of cookies. He'd have ice cream shakes some nights. And he'd just say, I was thinking about you guys. And taped to the bottom of the plate, or taped to the bottom of the cups of shakes, would be $500, $700, $1,000, $200. And he'd just simply walk away, silent. What do you do for someone that had plenty of money to take care of his family and also was willing to give to someone who he knew, and I didn't share with him, but he knew, he felt it. Who can I bless? Who can I help? And for whatever reason, we were on his radar, but he acted. How many times have you felt the feeling? How many times have you felt something in your heart, but maybe hesitated to act? And I challenge each one of you to simply act. You can't go wrong with a good feeling. You can't. It's impossible. You just simply act. But the times we don't act, what blessing to another person was withheld at that point? Me and Wendy at that point, we committed to God. And we said, because of this individual who is an incredible, incredible example, we committed. And we said, God, as we succeed, as we grow through this, we commit right now that any kind of success that comes back to us, we promise and we commit, we're going to use that to not just bless our lives, but we're going to use it to bless other lives. And I'll tell you the same way I told Alfredo today. Because we have stayed true to this commitment, stayed true to this promise, this has been all of the difference of the opportunities that have come my way. And I can talk for Mark as well, have come our way in our business. Because we have stayed true to this principle, to when income comes in, we tithe. The first 10% cuts out. It's not even a question. I don't even hesitate. I just do it, and I do it with a smile. And then over and above that, what else can you do? It was said best. What does the word sacrifice mean? Give till it hurts. I think this world's a test. What are we going to do? When we have this blessing come in, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to hold it to ourselves, or is it going to just be a pass-through? And we're just going to be the vessel that it passes through to expand and actually bless other people's lives. If you will commit to this, here's what I can tell you as a matter of fact and as a promise. Because it worked for me. And if it's going to work for me, I can promise you this simple principle will work for you. It's not the, hey, you came here and I can promise you guys are going to do 100 real estate deals. I can't promise you this, but I can promise you this principle. If you will commit to whatever comes your way, that you will commit to God, that you will pass it forward, pay it forward, just like this individual did, that helped open my eyes, that when I had money, that I was going to use it to bless other people's lives. If you will commit to that and stay true to that one principle, an opportunity is going to come in front of you and you're going to see it. And you're going to get tested again. It's going to be a bigger opportunity than what was currently in your life. You're going to have it, you're going to receive it, and you have an option. Do I stay true to what I committed? It's going to help bless my family's life, but also I have to give back. And I've got to bless more people's lives with this. And when you do it, you can't outgive the giver. It's impossible. You can't do it. So you give, and all of a sudden you start working again, and this opportunity presents itself, and you're like, it's not a college degree. I don't have one. We joked about this all week, ladies back there. It's not a college degree. I don't have it. But I do have a heart to give, and I don't share this boastfully. I share it because I'm nothing special, but I've stayed true to this commitment. And because of it, an opportunity unlocks. You give back, and another opportunity comes back. You give back, and it keeps going. And you have to have it be a pass-through. It can't stop with you. I challenge each one of you to just test it. Test it. Try it. See if it's a true principle, or see if it's not. But here's one thing I ask you already. Would it do good? Or could it really hurt anyone's feelings? Could it really hurt someone's life if you didn't, or if you did do it? If you showed up at someone's doorstep that you knew was struggling, and you said, for whatever reason, was thinking about you guys, here's a plate of cookies, $500 on the bottom, just say, enjoy your night, and walk off. Can you do any harm by doing that? I just don't think you can. You're going to find your own unique ways to bless other people's lives, and if you do that, opportunities come. Just stay true to the commitment that you'll keep giving back. Keep giving more. You can't outgive the giver, and it keeps coming back tenfold. That one principle has allowed me and Mark to grow this business to what it's been doing. I know that one principle is probably the same principle that Jamil's teaching tonight, where his business has done 60, 80 deals a month. That's impressive. But I bet you Jamil doesn't hold on to every bit of it. In fact, I'd be willing to say that without even asking him, because I know him, I know his heart. I challenge you guys, put that in your journal, put that in your book of what are you gonna do? What lives can you bless? And stay true to that commitment, stay true to that promise. See what happens. Test it for 90 days. Just see what happens. And I would love if each one of you would personally call me, or personally send me an email, or personally send me a text with your experience. I would absolutely love to hear each one of your experiences in doing it. And maybe some of you are already doing it. I say keep going, keep doing it, because that's how the world works. And that's how opportunities keep coming your way.